zahaczyłem, jak zwykle. Hej, siemanko, ludzkie z tej strony, więc witam was serdecznie w kolejnym odcinku z gameplayem z trailerami. Zaczynamy od Dread Meridian, ludziska, official reveal trailer. Lećmy.
I'm looking for my sister, Isabella.
Izabela, to ty?
Holds a secret, but I haven't heard from her since. I must find her. What happened?
Okej. Zwierka, nie? Przynajmniej wygląda, nie? No właśnie, to zwierka, no. O Jezus.
This writing, could that be Bella's?
She waiting for us. Tormented Souls 2. A new nightmare.
My name is Caroline Walker. I came to this town to find help for my little sister Anna. She does this thing where she draws terrifying images and somehow they become real. But it was all a trap, and now they've taken Anna.
O, to jest horrorek. No? No, to są dwie części z tego.
What happened
A,
here?
mamy nawet wpisane.
This damn place
Nice.
can bring out the darkness in our hearts. You have no idea how powerful it is.
Takie trochę vibe rezydentowe, stare. Pięknie. Stacks, Blaze of Greed.
Quartz. Everyone's going crazy for a taste of its power. But it also happens to be my favorite flavor. And that means I gotta get to it first. What the fuck are you doing? You see I'm working here? Just try to keep out of sight. Nighty night.
99, sleepy.
Bet you wish you could do that. Hey, knock that shit off. I did the whole voice in my head thing 2 games ago. Now comes the fun part. I know it's kind of cheating, but I just love the buzz of all this power. And you guys were worried. I told you nothing could go wrong.
Sticks. I am Grand Priest Geoffroy, and I have been tasked with recovering what you stole from us.
That doesn't sound good.
Pięknie, pięknie. Little Nightmares 3. The Carnival.
Hi everyone, I'm Coralie Feniello, global producer on Little Nightmares 3, and today I'm thrilled to introduce you to a newly announced chapter of the game, Carnival. Little Nightmares 3 is an atmospheric adventure game in which you follow the journey of Flo and Alone. They are two best friends ever since they found each other in this lonely nightmare. This time, they are trapped in the carnival, a place that might seem joyful and welcoming at first, but of course, appearances can be deceiving. Behind the colorful lights and twisted attractions hides an uncanny resident, a mysterious, menacing presence whose shadow looms over the entire place. You'll feel it, you'll hear it, you might even catch a glimpse, but never quite enough to feel safe. Apart from the residents, you encounter other unpleasant figures.
Unpleasant.
The cunning and aggressive love putting on a show in the carnival, especially for the hares, who seem oddly captivated by them and by candy. As you'll see, our two characters find a clever way to use that obsession, drawing one of them away to get a safe passage. Little Nightmares 3 is full of eerie challenges. Sometimes you'll have to run for your life. But other times, it's better to be smart and stealthy to survive. Like here, where patience and silence are your best allies. As in the previous titles, you'll face clever puzzles that block your path. But for the first time in the series, you can now play online with a friend and face your childhood fears together. Prefer to play solo? Don't worry, the other character will be controlled by a helpful AI companion. Looks like the puzzle has been solved, but don't worry, no spoilers here. You'll get to experience it all for yourself when Little Nightmares 3 launches October 10th, 2025. And if you want to dive into the nightmare right now, pre-order a digital copy of the game on PS5, Xbox Series and PC to get early access to the first title of the franchise, Little Nightmares NS Edition, on the same platform.
Czekamy. Little Nightmares 3, tak jest, 1 i 2 już u nas dawno zaliczone. Lost Helden. Spoko. Norse, Out of Blood.
Grow strong. Prove yourself. Gunnar, have you come to start work on my smithy?
This place will soon start to feel like home.
We'll get a good price if there's any left alive. We are the store. A fine choice, Gunnar. The first man I kill, I'm taking his shoes. Face me if you dare.
Give them iron! Give them death!
Od freedom! Hayden.
I gave you a second chance. In return, hunt down those that hide from me. So go now and slay Seeker. you wash up again on my shores, your frail body shattered and broken.
Lunar Strike.
So there I was, low lunar orbit, navigating my descent to the regolith. Just log a report, a routine assignment. Easy. But the moon doesn't do easy. Scanning lunar artifacts was my mission, but I was told next to nothing about the lines I had to cross, the enemies I'd face, who I might lose, or how it would change me. My mission seemed hopeless. But I'm not dying here. Not me, and not the ones I love. This isn't the end. It's a new beginning.
It's a new beginning, tak jest. God save Birmingham, tak jest. Gierka zombie. Stąd, tak jest. O, co to jest spacik? Typowy stąpik. O, pre-alpha testy. Nice. Den of Wolves. Edge of Memories.
We have looked into your past.
Ja.
Nothing but darkness.
Darkness is everywhere.
You have all failed time and time again. And as you are now, you are powerless to change your future. Or the future of Harriet. We have seen the promise of your departure, the future, and your defeat. Prepare yourself.
Prepare to die.
We Hear the last warning of the gods.
Pięknie, pięknie. The Rogue of Prince of Persia.
Of course you would, but you have to be ready to take some heavy blows, quite a lot of them in fact, and just keep on working. That's what happened to us when we made Even Empire's first game, The Rogue Prince of Persia, and this is how it went. Back in 2020, after the success of our live ops work on Motion Twin's Dead Cells, we met with Ubisoft for a casual dinner at an industry event. Someone from our team decided to go full pedal to the metal and just asked, why not take our knowledge from making Dead Cells and use it to make a 2D action platformer in the Prince of Persia series? And Ubisoft didn't say no. Obviously, we didn't make a deal right there and then, but after a few months, Ubisoft accepted our pitch, which was an action roguelike with 2D fast-paced combat, parkour movement, and a branching narrative. We were going to work on a Prince of Persia game. Call us boomers, but for us, that's a childhood dream come true. Of course, one of the first systems we had to experiment with was the time rewind, the iconic mechanic that we all associate with Prince of Persia. We could make it happen in-game, but it slowed down the fast gameplay too much, which just wasn't satisfying, and it tanked the performance in-engine. As both developers and fans of the series, that was a tough pill to swallow, especially so early in the development process, but we had to move on. So for the next 2 years, the team focused on building a game centered around a 2D parkour system, seamlessly mixing responsive traversal and tight combat with a unique all-run mechanic.
Czyli na to wychodzi, że gdzieś tam jakieś prawa autorskie wykupili, żeby stworzyć tę grę, tak de facto.
We're about to launch the game and boom, the most anticipated action roguelike of the year drops right before us. That was a bit of a hit, but we couldn't do much about that, so we launched into early access on Steam a few weeks later, and there we had another hit. The immediate feedback was honest, direct, and not amazing. Players saw potential in the gameplay, but felt that the content lacked variety and depth. And if we're being honest, they were right. Others, well, let's just say they weren't fans of the art direction. We had actually wondered about this purple problem before. During a brainstorming session about skins, our art director had raised a seemingly innocent question. Are we sure that making the prince purple won't be a problem? Huh? At the time, everyone told him no, he was overthinking it. Colors are cool, they're stylish, it adds a bit of fantasy. Well, now we all know how that turned out.
Środkowy palec, tak jest.
But that's the nature of early access. You launch, you listen to player feedback, and then you adapt to create the best possible version of your vision. Even though player count was low, we still believed in the game. So we set up a battle plan, tackle all the content that the players thought were missing, while at the same time setting up something which is very rare in game development. A complete overhaul of the art style. To give some context, our original inspiration for the art style was based on Persian miniatures, which have flat perspectives, stylized shapes, and bold, unexpected colors. We had mixed this with inspirations from the French graphic artist Moebius, such as clear lines, flat colors, and strong contrast between the foreground and the background. This led us to an art style that was too minimalist and too colorful for fans of both action roguelikes and Prince of Persia. It was our mistake, but since we could change it, we didn't waste any time. As we kept adding to the game's content through monthly updates, our artists got to work behind the scenes. So by November 2024, we had released 7 updates in 5 months.
Okay.
Adding tons of new enemies, a new biome, better progression systems, tripling a number of weapons, and improving the general...
Musimy pograć tą gierkę, kurde, nie?
Everything that the players thought was missing. Then, in November, we dropped the second act update. Or at least tried to. To
Second act.
On Steam, a confirmation text was required.
Właśnie ona wyszła już ten z Early Accessa?
But for some random reason, Steam refused to work unless a Spanish number was used. Don't ask us why. No hablo español. Everyone was panicking for a good couple of hours as we kind of hyped up this update, but luckily, we had a Spanish dev on the team.
Hola, por favor.
Our hero
Chyba tak, wyszło, no.
Situation late at night with his Spanish number. Since then, we have a slogan in the team.
Ładnie, kurde, ten.
Doesn't like
To 20 zł kosztuje.
Anyway, the art rework we've been setting up for months was finally released, and the Prince left purple behind once and for all. And we also dropped 2 new biomes,
Na ile jest gierka?
and a whole new story act. There was a lot of positive reaction to the changes, and we personally could see that the game was much better, even if we still weren't making huge waves. All that was missing now was polish and content. So since then, we have been improving everything that we can, getting ready for 1.0, where we'll finish the story and tie everything off with a bow. And through all those problems and roadblocks, we've had a great community giving us a helping hand the whole way. Even when it was clear we had a ton of work to do,
12 godzin?
giving us support, feedback, and encouragement. So a
Oof.
special shout out to you guys for sticking with us on our crazy journey. And that's the end of the story of the Rogue Prince of Persia. We have no idea what to expect for 1.0 aside from us throwing a hell of a party because it's our first game we've ever released, but we can definitely say that we are proud of everything that we have done to get here. Here's a taste of the final result.
O, a Instant Gaming? Aha, nie mają dostępnych kliczy, ale 8 dyszek niby. Spoko. Metal Eden. New gameplay.
Establishing connection. Core Ripper active. Hyper unit is mission go. Give him hell, Hyper.
Sorry about the neighbors. Always trouble with them. A hyper unit in the flesh. Nexus was not lying about you. You are built on a phantom core.
Phantom Car. Oh my dear, oh my.
Science, I have a proposition for you.
Become one of us. 2 września. Dark Hours 1.0. Wychodzi z Early Accessa, nice. Kaczkę ma. Okej. Jump space. Hmm. 19 września. Early Access. Jump space. Escape from Tarkov. O, 1.0 też. Nice. Abort! Abort! Alarma! Alarma! Code yellow! 15 listopada. No proszę, no proszę. Helldivers 2, join the Helldivers.
The Galactic War. Your chance to serve, to fight, and to sacrifice for a freer tomorrow. Were you there when we conquered the creek?
Yeah, I was there.
Were you there when we cleansed the super colony?
Yep.
I was there.
Were you there when we set our citizens free?
I was there.
They were there. Were you?
No.
Helldivers across the galaxy have been fighting the fight of freedom. Using the latest advanced weaponry to spread our message of peace.
Spread
But
chaos.
the war effort needs your effort. With liberty's enemies closing in from every front, and death and destruction lurking behind every corner, there's never been a better time to become a Helldiver. We have the technology. We have the firepower. All we need is you. So next time we defend freedom, be there. Next time we kill our enemies without hesitation, be there. Next time we are there, be there.
Be there.
Be part of an elite fighting force. And protect the galaxy from all that threatens managed democracy.
Democracy, a tam nuke leci. Okej. A lost soul aside. PC features. Okej. PlayStation. Borderlands 4. Paralowe gameplayu. Chroma accelerator. Okay. Science goes boom. Boom, 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 boom. Flux generator. Freeze the force.
I am reborn.
0 point. Busting your bubble. Bust their asses into nothing less.
Totally worth it.
Tam jakaś prosiaczek był jakiś. Prosiak. Słyszałem go. Dun, 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 dun. The Division 2 official The Pact season.
And again, you've beaten them back. You've held the worst this world has to offer at bay. Carved out safe places where people can build new lives. But our enemies are getting tired of losing. Now, 3 of our greatest threats are joining forces against us. The hyenas, the outcasts, and the true sons. We've never faced a threat on this scale before. The streets of DC are on fire. You have to stop them. You have to break the pact.
Break it. Pięknie, 9 września. Of Ash and Steel.
And today I want to give you a closer look at the gameplay of Ash and Steel. The story of Ash and Steel follows an ordinary man who still has much to learn. You'll encounter many unique and well-developed characters along the way. We've treated their stories with great care, ensuring that every conversation you have helps you dive deeper into the world and understand it better. And that's important because you'll have various options for completing quests and face numerous difficult choices. And as you know, Tristan's actions may shape the lives of everyone on the island. One such choice is where your allegiance lies. Join the Order of the Seven to experience the path of knighthood, or side with the Free Hunters, who live by tough calls made for the greater good. And if coin is what you seek, you may choose to work with one of the island's 3 rival guilds. Hunting, fishing, crafting, treasure hunting, upgrading your gear, or stealing what you can. All of it will help you grow stronger and earn your keep. Level up your blacksmithing to forge a one-of-a-kind sword from your own blueprint, and later, modify or decorate it however you like. If you're tired of sleeping on the ground, you can set up a camp, rent a room, or even purchase a house and furnish it to your taste. Tristan is just a man. Over time, you'll unlock combat stances and a variety of weapons, each with its own feel and tactical advantage. Want sweeping heavy strikes? Grab a 2-handed axe. Prefer light, fast attacks? A rapier might suit you better. You'll also gain access to special abilities that make this former cartographer deadlier with each fight. And eventually you'll tap into ancient knowledge, unleashing long-lost powers to devastate your enemies. The world of Ash and Steel is full of mysteries and activities for every kind of adventurer. We hope you explore it with the same passion we've poured into creating it. Thank you for following our journey, and we'll see you on Greyshaft.
Thank you.
Peggy 16.
Mountain Blade 2, Bannerlord, War Sales. Bitki na morzu? Okej. My w dwójkę nie graliśmy, szczerze powiedziawszy. No, bitki na morzu są. Ale muzykę, kurde, ale niezłą, nie? To trzeba przyznać. Ja pierdzie, ale jaki metal dali, nie? Nieźle, nieźle. Gods, Death and Reapers. Wolcen. The Chosen One.
Not what you imagined, I'm sure. The afterlife you expected is no more. I require talented individuals to salvage what remains. Individuals such as you. Join me, or become one of time's many forgotten. Make your choice. Good. I am told this stings somewhat. We have a lot of work ahead of us. Rise.
My God.
Prepare yourself. Your initiation begins.
No. Ja grałem w pierwszą zamkniętą betę, szczerze powiedziawszy. Znaczy w sumie alfę nawet bym powiedział. Ja akurat tak... Średnio mi się to podobało, szczerze powiedziawszy. Ale słyszałem, że sporo pozmieniali. Więc pewnie jak będzie jakaś kolejna alfa albo beta, pewnie obadam. Wtedy akurat pamiętam, że alfy chyba nie mogło już tam było streamować ani nagrywać żadnych materiałów, szczerze powiedziawszy. Mam nadzieję, że przy kolejnych będzie już można. Help. We are Legion. Your domain? Mine domain.
Become a new afterlife. What we build now will restore the balance, restore order.
Order. I tell you order. Lost Rift. Build and defend. Jest ten kolejny taki ten survival, nie? Ile tych, kurde, tego typu gierek mamy? Słabe przybicie będzie. Słabe niestety. Wątpliwe, żeby to się utrzymywało jakoś mocno. Lost Rift. Oh, discounty.
Locals have staged a boycott of the new discounty supermarket, leaving its aisles nearly empty. Just weeks ago, an upstart out-of-towner rebuilt.
Czyli pod koniec września będzie tam Lost Rift. No ciekawe jestem. Ale słabo to widzę.
Locals and commuters alike were lured in by its attractive displays and low prices. as it quickly became central to the local economy.
I was doing more business than ever selling a discounted, but I don't know. Weird stuff started happening just as they showed up.
Others say the store's frequent expansion has gone too far and risks damaging the town's cultural heritage. Can Discounty find a way to meet protesters' demands? Or will they be forced to close so soon after opening? Stay tuned. Discounty is out now.
Discounty!
Xbox, PlayStation, and Switch.
Alright, okay. Prop Hound. Hound to build power. Terrorize the investigator. Report hounds. Hound the ghosts. Don't get scared. Hm, 29 sierpnia. Starbites. Kiepskiej jakości trailer, widzę. Wraith Ops.
All squads, we need backup now.
Backup, boys! Backup! We need it! 12 na 12. Czyli to w sumie takie trochę ala... Taki Siege? Alternatywa dla Siege'a? Ja na początku mówiłem, że jakiś taki ala taki Battlefield, ale to teraz tak patrzę i chyba taki ala bardziej Siege'owe, nie? Ale duży miks, nie? Tych wszystkich FPS-ów, które mamy. Guns, guns, and guns.
We sent them packing, boys. Return to HQ.
We got it, boys. Let's go, let's go. Borderlands 4. Harlow abilities breakdown.
Borderlands 4 is Harlow. Just the moment I saw her concept, I knew I was going to love this character and love building her. She's kind of super friendly and happy to be there and do science for you. She uses science to just blow all of the enemies out of the water. Harlow's Cosmic Brilliance tree is all about affecting the battlefield with her Flux Generator. This action skill throws her Flux Generator into the environment, and any enemies inside of it become automatically entangled, sharing all damage they take, dealing constant cryo damage to everything inside of it. Additionally, Harlow and her allies get overshield while they're inside of it, so it's something players can use offensively or defensively.
So what makes Harlow's Flux Generator feel particularly awesome is that sense of battlefield control, in that you get to just throw something down, dish out extra battlefield damage, but also the generator itself gives you an ability to provide some ally support, both for yourself and your buddies that you're playing with. And this is my personal favorite. You can have it so that enemies that are within the vicinity of it completely lose all of their elemental resistances, so being able to just be like, I don't want to deal with it. And then also getting a buff to your own status effect application, really nice to kind of try and melt them down.
Harlow's Chroma Accelerator is her giant nuke action skill. This is her boss killer. This is the one where she fires a slow-moving projectile that moves through the environment, and then she can detonate it to make a giant radiation explosion. Harlow's Creative Burst skill tree is all about using her Chroma Accelerator to deal insane amounts of action skill damage. She has one skill, Cue Ball, that turns her Chroma Accelerator into this bouncing ball that just bounces all over the environment, entangling enemies everywhere it touches and just dealing massive damage everywhere, along with freezing enemies in its path.
There's lots of little things in there that will augment them and change the way that they behave in some capacity. So like you'll have one that makes it so that as it passes through enemies, it'll actually drag them along behind it, which is kind of neat. You can have it where you can extend its duration through causing radiation damage. It'll also allow you to buff your gun, you can get faster refunds so that you can use it more often as well.
Harlow's Season Dead skill tree is all about using 0 point to control the battlefield. It can do everything from making massive singularities to draw all the enemies together, to slamming enemies down and creating giant cryo explosions to freeze enemies, or it can even slow down enemies as you critical hit them. Harlow's action skill 0 point is where she can bubble an enemy up into the air. She can slam them into exploding barrels to cause big explosions, or she can throw them into other enemies and just cause general chaos.
For Harlow's Seize the Day, this really focuses in on her stasis. Augments that you can expect to find in here will allow you to do things like ricochet shots off to other enemies that aren't in stasis. You can store damage, and whenever it's ready, it'll pop off a cryo explosion, things like that. You can also have it use healing bursts, which is great both for your own survivability or when you're playing with friends, keeping them up. One thing that I particularly think is really cool about it is when you kill an enemy, it will continue to bounce around to other enemies in the area. This does make it so that the duration on each of those bounces is a little bit shorter, but it's still really cool to see it bounce around and like capture enemies and keep that effect going.
I feel like every time we make a player character, there's always something we have to leave behind that sticks with me and I want to bring into future games. In Borderlands 3, I had to design an Amara skill to where she runs up, puts an enemy in phase grasp, and then kicks them into other enemies. We couldn't really do that in Borderlands 3, but with Borderlands 4, we get to do that with Harlow, where she can pick up enemies and start flinging them into other enemies. I love that she has this giant disco ball of doom that she can send out into a battlefield and just nuke everything. I love that she has the Flux Generator that she can throw on the ground and either help her allies or debuff all the enemies. And I love her skill where she can bubble enemies into the air and then start slamming them into other enemies. That's something I've always wanted to make a character do in the Borderlands universe, and I finally get to.
So satisfying.
Okay. Pięknie. Do. Replaced.
Hello everyone, this is Yura, game director of Replaced, and I'm here today with a special update. Last year, we had unveiled an extended gameplay look, and were truly blown away by the positive response from the community. I have to admit, it was a little bit scary showing gameplay for the first time. But I'm sure you're all wondering, how far are we from completing the game? So let's dive in. As you probably know, the game has seen a couple of delays. Even though we understand that it's somewhat frustrating, we have always been trying to do what's best for the project, which in turn meant doing everything to try bringing you a truly special experience. Right now, we're really close to finishing production, swiftly going into intense testing and polishing of the game. We have been working really hard all those years to justify the wait. Over the course of time, we have updated and improved every aspect of the game since the announcement. All the environments that you have seen have received multiple upgrades, increasing the overall immersion as well as visual fidelity of the style.
Nice. Okay.
Some of them have even gotten completely new context, amplifying the significance of certain characters, as well as adding up to a believable story behind those places. Our goal was to make no shortcuts, do everything in a classic way, producing thousands of objects, all in handcrafted pixel art. Speaking of that, nothing shows our commitment to making everything with a human touch more than our animation. Over the years, we have painted a mind-boggling amount of pixel art movements, bringing our character and the people around him to life. Just for our protagonist, Reach, we have done more than 600 clips of animation.
600 klipów? Holy shit. 600 000 mają.
Many of those animations are blended together with beautiful VFX, amplifying the mix between retro and modern visuals. All that allowed us to push the variety of story content and cutscenes, creating a seamless blend of cinematic and gameplay bits. We have spent countless hours on blocking our scenes to blend 2D animation, camera angles, and 3D object movement, creating an illusion of a cohesive world. With that being said, it's time for the most important question. When?
Właśnie, kiedy? Kiedy?
This is the first time I'm addressing this personally, and that's because I can finally say it with confidence. Replaced will be released in spring of 2026.
Pięknie.
We will need just a little more time to get it polished.
Polish our games.
Precise. Our final trailer for the game, with the exact release date, will be shown later this year. We will also be sharing more on our social media soon, so please follow us for more updates leading up to release. Just like last time, I'm truly thankful to every person who have been keeping the game in mind for such a long time, enabling us to do something we love and proud to share with the world. I hope to see you at the end of our journey.
Pięknie. Pięknie, pięknie, pięknie. I ludziska, dobrnęliśmy do końca naszego odcineczka z trailerami i gameplayem, także ja dziękuję serdecznie za oglądanie i widzimy się już niedługo w kolejnym. Trzymajcie się. Hej.